Welcome, Amblers, to Amblin' Through Cinema, our podcast where we walk in the footsteps of creative giants every week. Today, we continue our journey through the filmography of Steven Spielberg, and we talk about his first theatrical film debut with a movie called The Sugarland Express, released in 1974. We're your hosts, Tyler Birch.
And Crystal.
All right, so this one's going to be a little bit different than our previous film, kind of. Still a car chase, but it's going to be a little bit more focused on a married couple, because it's about a married couple who decide that they need to, their kid is taken from them because they were spending time in prison, and so they want to get their kid back. So they're trying to travel through Texas to get to Sugarland, hence the name. Throughout that time, they become heroes to the people and go on a merry jaunt with the police. So
that's a good way to put it.
So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to have Mom talk a little bit about where this movie came from.
Okay, so Spielberg was reading in...
Who reads?
Back then, you had to read.
I guess that's true. Yeah. You're right, yeah.
Hollywood Citizen News published a short story about a chase in Texas involving a couple, Bobby and, I apologize, Illa Faye Dent. And it involved 100 local police cars. So the man who was obviously...
Did you say 100?
It's pretty much... Yeah, it said 100.
In 1969, that's probably the entirety of the state.
For sure. So, yeah, it was a chase for over 600 miles. Yeah, so that's what this is based on. So I didn't know until I started watching it that it was actually a true story or based on a true story, because, you know, they always take some creative license because they can.
You know, this is the second movie released in 1974 that is based off of events in Texas.
Yeah?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, yes. 74 was a good year.
They really were into Texas that year, I guess.
No, that's when I was born.
Oh,
74.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
I knew that before. Yeah, yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. You hear that? Uh-huh.
I knew where I was that day.
Sugarland Express. My first impression was...
overwhelmingly positive.
I mean, I like Goldie Hawn. She's, you know, back in the day, she was one of my favorites, and I still enjoy... I don't know. I don't think she's come out with anything in a very long time. You know, back in the day, she had some good movies. I really enjoyed her, and her smile, it just lights up the screen. I don't know. You kind of see it with Kate Hudson, you know, because that's her daughter.
Oh.
So, yeah. Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I was going to say Wyatt Russell is her son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think Kate and maybe another sibling came before she met Kurt Russell.
There's an age difference there, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I enjoyed her. William Atherton, looking back, of course, and I remember telling Tyler, I said, oh, well, he was the prick mayor in Ghostbusters.
He's a jerk and everything. Like, this was okay, so granted, this is only the third time that I've seen him outside of Die Hard and Ghostbusters. But before this, it was just, he was always the jerk. And so I'm watching this movie and I was like, this is weird. He's not terrible. I don't understand what's happening here. And also, so something that really felt really funny was in Die Hard, the reason why Hans finds out about John McClane and Lucy McClane, or Holly McClane being related, is because William Atherton goes and invades Holly's home to try to interview the children. And then I'm watching this movie, and they're trying to like invade this foster home to talk to the reporters can talk to the kid. And I was just like, this is weird.
It is.
This is so weird. This is happening because this is what he does in a future. It was surreal. Like, and I know that there was very little chance that it was like an homage to Sugarland or anything, but it was just very bizarre for me to see this and say, wait a minute, this is his move 14 years later. What are we doing here?
I don't know. If you're good at something, you stick to it. So
yeah, I mean, it was hard to buy him as a nice guy because of my prejudice against him that I have.
It was hard. He really screwed over the Ghostbusters. I'm still not over it.
Twice.
Twice, yeah. Exactly. You think he would have learned his lesson, but
no, he didn't. He just, I don't know, believed in child labor laws or something in that new one. It's hard to say.
The working title of this film was Carte Blanche, which I'm so glad they changed it. Not that I like the Sugarland Express title
Blanche
much
is just
better,
such a detective story name.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it probably was in like the 40s. Or, that would be actually a really good name for a Bond girl.
Oh, carte blanche.
Yeah, carte blanche.
Yes.
That should have been one in one of those Connery 60s movies ones.
Yes. Coming out of the ocean, all wet. My name is Carte Blanche. Yeah, I could see that.
Or she'd be like, yeah, my name is Carte Blanche. And you'd be like, Carte Blanche. I love Carte Blanche.
Oh, I like how you speak, Mr. Bond. So, let's see.
I have to look up what carte blanche means now because I'm worried that I'm talking about it without knowing what it is. Blank document.
Yeah.
And it's a French term. 100% Bond girl.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. That complete freedom or authority to act as one wishes. Wow. That is the Bond girl name.
Yep. So if you're out there casting for Bond,
Yeah, Amazon, call us for whatever you need for the new one.
Exactly. We got you.
Because you're probably going to ruin it, but we can at least give you a good Bond girl name, so that way there's something that people can come away positive on.
Okay, carte blanche. We found her dead. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
Yep.
Because they all end up dead.
You can't restrain carte blanche.
All right, so let's see. The synopsis of the story, like you said, but you forgot about the police officer.
Yes, true, yes.
Yes. So something about the police officer was that there was a guy...
I just realized something about the name of the guy, about his name.
What?
You know how it slide?
Yeah.
Because he was sliding into like empathy for them.
Oh wow.
He was getting like a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing. Like he was like, that drunk guy was like, can you let me go? And he said, no, I'm not letting you go. And then through his adventures with the couple, he started thinking, no, these are real humans. Maybe I should help them. And he started kind of sliding on his feelings of justice.
Very nice. Yep. I could see that.
Yeah. I love doing this thing. I love like making these connections because there's no way I can ever prove that they're true.
Right.
But there's also no way I could prove they're not true.
And, I'm going to go along with it because
Yeah.
I gave birth to you. So there you go. You already got clout.
There we go.
Okay. So the thing at the beginning of the movie, you see some guy, I think he was trying to...
He was disassembling that car.
He was.
Yeah, he was which I don't know why.
To sell for parts. He was drunk.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was doing, but Slide picks him up, and he's a jerk to him.
Wait, was that the guy?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh.
I think it is.
I mean, I didn't make that connection on that one. I wouldn't be surprised though. But
why would they show him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know if it was the quality of just the streaming service I was using, or if it's just the way it was shot. But especially in those beginning parts, I had a hard time seeing everything clearly.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah,
that kind of made me tune out a little bit.
In my world, it's the same guy.
I think that makes sense. Because it was just strange. I mean, that thing was just destroyed, and I was like, "Are you just continuing to is this just like a passion project?"
I don't think so.
And it was because it was in front of that rehabilitation center, right?
I think so.
Is that a thing that people have? Was that like a thing the prison system did?
A pre-release? I'd never heard of that ever.
Like a halfway house situation kind of thing.
Maybe
that was odd. And I did see that he was fully out of prison in real life.
Yeah.
Like he had already served all his time when they went on this chase.
So they added that little bit.
I think for the thrilling spy aspect of trying to sneak him out of there.
Yeah, that was okay. So a fun fact, Spielberg and a couple of other guys, Hal Barwood and Matthew Robbins, actually found this guy slumped over his steering wheel in a car. And he was drunk. So they just decided, hey...
He wasn't even acting.
No, he wasn't even acting. And so the guy's name is Buster Daniels. And he's the guy in the back seat of Slide's car. And I loved his narrative. Remember when they started going after them? And he was just... Come on, let me out of the car, man. I don't want to be here. He's just like, let me go.
He's like, this is getting a little bit too intense for me. I don't want to. I'm just a guy. I'm just enjoying my little drinky drinks.
And I think you mentioned that you liked how she got him out of prison.
Yeah, it just felt so fun. I mean, it was just she just wore a second outfit of his, and I liked how he's like, why are you wearing my clothes? That's so strange. And then he thinks, that they're going to do something in the bathroom that they're not supposed to be doing. And that kind of set up that expectation, because beforehand, when she's checking everything in, he says you can do familial affection, but you need to keep it within society limits. So that already puts in your mind, okay, maybe something's going to happen. Yeah. And then she goes into the men's bathroom and you're like, oh, something is about to happen?
Absolutely.
What are we doing here? And Clovis is thinking the exact same thing, the husband, and then he pulls down her pants and she's wearing other pants, which really gave me like the feeling of in Arrested Development, how Tobias was a never nude.
Oh, yep. That's right. He'd
always wear
the
the denim shorts.
Yes.
So it was just really funny. But I thought that was such a simple way to sneak him out, and obviously
it worked.
Yeah, it worked, and she's kissed Hubie, so that way she could he wouldn't narc on him. And
he wanted to.
They just walked away, yeah. And then he was like, "Oh, well, you know what? They'll live their lives. It's fine. Yeah,
it's all good."
Yeah. I did like that he was only doing that to help his friend.
Yeah.
Like he said, "What are you doing? You're 3 more months and you're free and clear. Why would you leave now? Like you just become you'd be a criminal again." So I really liked that, and I liked it too because Clovis didn't particularly want to go.
No.
He was like, "Well, I should just serve my time and then we'll deal with it then." Like that would make the most sense. And it showed how he gets swept up in everything that Lou Jean, right?
Yeah. Lou Jean.
Yeah, Lou Jean, everything that she wants to do, like he gets wrapped up into it. Like this whole adventure, he supports her and he does what he has to do at the end of the day, but it was never his intent to be a part of it.
No.
And it starts out from day one of, you're escaping this place. Well, I don't think I should. Yeah. Well, you're escaping this place.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, honey, we're going.
Yep. All right, let's go. But the best part was that they got into Hubie's parents' car.
Yes, those parents were characters, man. Driving underneath the speed limit, which
is what got him.
I know. Has to be the funniest way that a car chase has ever occurred. Was this guy was driving too slow, and then the cop said, "Hey, I need to check out your car," and the people were like, "Oh God, we got to get out of here!" Like they could have just said. The cop, Officer Sly, could have walked up and said, "Oh, hey, what are you guys doing?" "Oh, we're just hanging out with our friend's parents," or hell, they could have said these were our parents. It was the 70s. Nobody was questioning things.
No.
And so they could have easily gotten out of that.
Yep.
But instead they're like, "Oh God, we're caught. We gotta go." And then that's how it all starts. It's like
hilarious.
It's a comedy of errors of I get into this car with these people and you're like, "Oh, well, this probably gets started because they're realizing, no, wait, these are escaped criminals. We need to turn them in." And then
nope.
That's how it's going to start. No, they're just like, my son, he's a lost cause. You can't say that about your son. Well, I mean, I tried what I could, but he just always messing up. And then
but Mama I love him. Yeah. I don't care what he did. That mother's love.
And then like the dad just being like, "Yeah, my son's trash." And then he says, "Oh, Clovis, though, you served your time. I really respect that. Yeah, I think it's good." And I'm like, "What's happening here? Why your son is also doing the same. Why are we doing this to him?" So, but it was just so funny that it was going under the speed limit. Everybody's just driving past. It really made me fun. I feel like it's really funny too, because imagine like the truck in Duel showing up and having this car that's going 25 miles per hour.
Oh yeah.
Like he would have came out. He would have nudged them into a telephone pole or something.
Oh, definitely.
At the very least, and everybody was just angry and going around them, and it's just like, okay, I know another car that would not be this cool, would not be this chill.
Nope. Oh, for sure. And then, what? Officer Slide went to go. What did he go do to get his ticket thing, or he got everybody out of the car?
Yeah, he was gonna look at a sticker on the windshield.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, to make sure everything was good.
And then they decided to just take the car.
Yeah, they saw the officer approaching. They didn't know what they said. Like it makes sense that if you see strangers, that you kind of coerce your way into their car talking to an officer.
That's true.
And you have committed crime. Yeah, I would also say it's time to go. We need to get out of here. This bus is leaving. So it makes sense, but it's just funny because they could have nothing would have happened. They could have just left.
And then they just would have went on their merry way. And so they become Grand Theft Auto thieves right there. And then, so William Slide has to...
Not very good ones.
Is that when they took him?
So they take him when they crash. Because they crashed the parents' car.
They did.
into the bog or whatever that was. That ditch that they just cleared and just drove straight into the road.
And then he called it in.
He called it in. Clovis was like on the ground, just not doing so hot, and then he goes to help. He goes to help Eugene to get out of the car because he's a good guy. And then they get I think they get his gun.
Yep.
'Cause I think he tosses his gun.
No, he was holding her in his arm,
and then she just pulled it. Yeah, okay.
She pulled it, and then it began. She tossed it to
Clovis.
And Clovis is like, "What?
Yeah, okay, I guess we're doing more crime." Yeah.
Come on.
He just in his mind seeing that sentence grow larger and larger. He's like,
okay, now we got gun. Okay,
now we got gun, and we've abducted an officer, and now we're stealing the squad car.
Yeah.
This is gonna get pretty. This is getting pretty big. Whatever Honey says, we'll do it.
But I thought it was weird that he was driving. Did the gun even have bullets? Did he ever shoot the gun?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
he
so.
He specifically stated in the movie that he has never shot at anybody.
Okay.
Because that's when they were bonding.
That's right.
Over, we're not so different, you and I.
Yes.
You
absolutely.
may have committed crime and are now holding me hostage, but I too am a man.
You do me a favor. Can you look up the gold stamps or gold? What are those?
Yeah, those Texas gold stamps.
She was obsessed with those things.
Let's see, Texas gold stamps.
And I think you could turn them in for things.
Sugarland Express is the fourth search. Let's see.
But yeah, remember they drove up to a window and she was like pulling them out of the window and she had them all in the back seat.
She had them in her suitcase too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They are a reference to the real-life popular promotional Texas gold stamps that could be collected at participating gas stations and other businesses in the 60s and 70s, symbolizing her desire for a normal life in the American dream. Type of trading stamp that customers receive with purchases, which could be redeemed for merchandise from a catalog.
Okay, so she was looking at that catalog.
Yeah,
later.
She was. Yeah,
okay.
She's like, oh, 500. That makes sense. Okay. I thought they were more like scratchers.
No.
That's what I thought they were. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah,
she was obsessed with them.
She really loved them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like an addiction because when she said pull over and she was pulling them while she was still in the car, like
there were so many times they could have got him. Many times. God,
yeah. There was. I mean, even like it just blew my mind when they stopped at the gas station.
Yes.
Also, I don't know if that guy ever got paid.
I don't know. I don't think so.
He never found the captain.
No.
They said, the captain.
The captain's going to pay you.
The captain will pay for it. He's like, are you the captain running around? That poor guy.
And then all the
cop cars got gas.
Remember?
They probably put him out of business.
Let's talk about what happened before that, where Captain Tanner pushes them to the gas station.
See, that's the weird thing about this movie is that the cops are there, but they never feel like a threat. No. Because this is just some random officer. Yeah. There's no way that they care that much that they would be like, we literally cannot do anything. Yeah. If we touch anything and he gets hurt, this is like he must have been like, they're acting like he's like the commissioner's son.
I know.
Where their jobs would be done if anything happened to him. Like if it was real life cops, they would have already pit maneuvered them into a ditch. Oh yeah. They would have taken them out. Like
they had a roadblock.
And
they told him to stop.
They've had snipers. Like they had all these different things that should have finished this job, and they just didn't do it. I don't know. It felt more like they were trying to, what's it called? Like reform these criminals by being their escorts than it is like we're chasing down criminals who have somebody as hostage. Yeah. There was no sense of urgency to it. No. Which probably worked against it for me because I would have been like, if it were me and I saw this movie, I'd say, oh, this is going to be a good chase. Well, it's going to be interesting. How are they going to try to hoodwink them? Nope. It wasn't really any hoodwinking. It was more like we're going on a tour through Texas.
Yeah. Although, speaking of hoodwinking, the car lot overnight.
Yes. Yeah, where they placed the little $50 down, $50 a month, which I got really jealous about over the lights of the cop car.
Yes, yes.
I didn't know if they were going to leave him there. I genuinely thought maybe that they were going to leave that cop car and he was just going to be in there. Yeah. And they just got rid of him. Yeah.
They really could have.
I thought that. I was like, oh, okay, this is just how they get him out of here because they never really wanted to injure him or anything. No. And then they popped back up and I said, okay, I guess they just wanted alone time.
Why didn't they just take the RV? But I guess that would have been a gas guzzler.
There was something. Oh, the battery was dead in the RV.
Oh, okay.
Because they were running it all night. Yeah. Without turning on the.
The officer told them that.
There was when they were in the RV. There was a part where he was checking out the propane tank. He's literally holding a metal object in his hands because he pulls up the little burner. Why not take that and just hit him in the
I
head
know.
with it.
I know. We could have ended this movie 50 different times, but
And I guess that kind of highlights like this movie that we noticed was they all didn't really want to get him. They started becoming really popular with people in, you know, the cities and everything. They came out and they were all congratulating them because they looked like they were noble for taking this cop hostage to try to get their son back that was taken from by the state because they were in prison.
well, yeah, they were unfit parents. They're in prison.
Yeah.
I mean,
So that part I had a hard time buying into because I don't know, maybe the reporters made it seem more like it was them fighting against the system kind of thing.
yeah, remember the news van? They pulled up right alongside him,
Yeah,
and they had
to
the big old
interview them.
microphone. Hey, you know, what are you doing? What's going on? And I think that's how all the people found out about it, through the news. And then was it the cops that like they fell in a ditch? Remember, the van fell in the ditch.
So the captain shot out the wheels.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I said, wait, he
You
could have
can
done
do
this
that?
entire time. He did more damage to that news van
Yeah, you
than he did to the people who kidnapped this officer. It was bizarre. And just watching all of them, like all of society just starting to get more on their side.
The marching band through town.
That was fun. I was okay. I had fun with that.
Did you?
And they just the way that they were all just celebrating kind of reminded me of the long walk.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how people would come up and be like, "You're
Yes.
doing great." And it's
Yeah.
like, are they? Is this something we're supposed to be cheering for?
I don't know.
But I also understand on A, the media can skew it, so we don't know what they said. And B, I could see how that kind of story, if you're looking at a bare bones where it says the state took away their baby and they're doing whatever they can to find it, I can see how that resonates with people. So I can buy into it. I just have a hard time buying into it. Like, I see the vision, but I just can't follow the vision.
Wasn't that the era of going against the establishment too? Yeah, 73 is when they started filming it, so...
So the Vietnam War was going on during that time.
Okay.
So definitely anti-establishment.
Yeah.
Although it was Texas, I don't know how anti-establishment they would have
I
been.
don't know. Let's talk about the snipers. Or not the snipers yet. The militia.
The militia, yes. The people that said that they were a part of the reserves and they were not.
No.
That made me realize that was something that he took to put in Jaws. The townspeople coming together.
Yes.
Going rogue, believing they know better than the law enforcement, than the system, to be able to track down these people because this is my hometown. I know it better than anybody.
Wow.
Getting into a situation where they are doing things they're not supposed to.
Doesn't matter.
It's very.
It was. You're right.
Very Jaws. Like I saw that and I said, okay, I see now why he had that scene where all these people and and Amity said, the sheriff knows nothing. I'm going out there. Like it was very much the same vibes. Just thinking about those terrible, like a terrible Halloween sequel where all the people in Haddonfield say we're going to go kill Michael Myers and they go and shoot one of their own guys.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And I was like, this never works. Mob violence never works.
No,
Why
it
are we
doesn't.
doing that?
It goes all the way back to, with the pitchforks.
Like Frankenstein?
Yeah. Frankenstein. Well, Frankenstein's monster, right?
Frankenstein's monster, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the real monster was man, though, but...
Of course.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think we did this movie a disservice because we had just watched Duel.
True.
So I don't know if we didn't appreciate the folly of it because we had just seen this amazing car chase-ish, in Duel.
Yeah.
And so maybe, I don't know, this was more human interest, a mom trying to get back to her kid and the absentee parents again, which, he knows about. So I could see that. I kind of related to her a little bit. I could see her wanting to get back to her baby. I think they got arrested for felony for,
he said larceny.
Larceny?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Larceny for, taking the quarters from the washing machines, busting the cash boxes.
Okay.
So I think they both got busted for that. And of course they took the kid because that's what happens when you don't have parents. They go into the system. So I was sad for her for that, but I also didn't think she was much of a mother. I don't know. Maybe because I didn't see her with the kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was more like the kid was an object that they had to go. Maybe that's how, what's his face felt. The husband, I forgot his name. Clovis. Yes. Maybe that's what Clovis felt. He's like, okay.
Well, so the way that the internet makes it sound like at least when I was looking up that thing about the stars, the Texas gold things, she's obsessed with the American dream, and the American dream is that you have children.
Okay.
So that's probably feeds into the object thing. Also, I think because that kid had just turned 2, right?
Right.
So I don't know how long that they actually had him. So maybe she hadn't gotten that experience yet of being a mother.
That's true.
Because we don't know how long that they were in jail before. I know that she got released from jail 3 weeks ago, but I don't know I don't remember them
If they went
saying
at the
how
same
long
time,
Yeah, I don't remember them saying how long it was. So we don't know how much experience she actually has being a mom. So it could just be something that she just idealizes in her brain as I should be a mother, but she doesn't really know what those feelings are like.
So that goes to the pig. Remember they gave her a pig.
Oh yeah, the pig that was peeing on her.
Yes. and you said that.
Yeah, apparently it was actually peeing on Goldie Hawn, so
So I don't think that was scripted, but the pig peed on me.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that, and of course that wasn't a very long scene. She couldn't handle a pig peeing on her. What is she going to do with a 2-year-old? You know what I mean?
And her kid was always screaming too. I think she would have not been able to deal with that.
No, not at all. I think he was where he was supposed to be.
Even though I don't know why, but those foster parents creep me out.
They did.
I think it's just because they didn't really say anything. They were just there as prop pieces for the most part.
Except for when he's like, if you're going to get him, use my rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they did.
Yeah, I guess they did. You're right. You're right.
I'm actually not 100% sure where that shot came from that killed Clovis.
I know.
Because he said it's not, I have a shot, but it's not going to be clean. And nobody said, take the shot.
No.
He just got shot. So I guess maybe he was just like, I'm going to do it anyway, but just so you know, it's not going to be something that insta gets him. That was kind of bizarre to me.
It was, and it bled.
Yeah.
It really bled.
I also missed the part where he got back into the car. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. The cop is, after Clovis goes down, like Slide gets into the driver's seat and drives off with Lou Jean to try to save her. And I was like, that's a really interesting little wrinkle that would happen. And then they cut back in and Clovis was driving and I said, oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. And he used a diaper that they got in that little town.
Yeah, they were given all the supplies.
To like, he, like you said, Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
So he really grew to care about these.
The last scene was him at that river.
Yeah.
Looking, I think, at the sunset again.
Yeah. Always.
And he's like, oh, they weren't that bad. And he was sympathizing with them.
He was.
I thought that was interesting. He definitely had the biggest arc, I think. Yeah, like you said, we've talked a lot about how we're kind of meh on this movie, and that's not going to change. But I think the standout was just the performances. Mm-hmm. Like you said about Goldie Hawn, she was so good. And the more I think about it, that's the thing too, is I just watched this movie this morning, so I haven't had as much time to connect it as I usually do. But like, I as we were talking about the American dream and the appearances that she had, I thought about when she had that Polaroid taken and she saw it and she said, oh God, that's gross. And she had them bring her all the beauty supplies.
Yes.
All she cares about is appearances.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I thought she wanted to look good for her kid, but I think you're right.
Yeah, she just wanted to, when people see pictures, because they talked about the pictures in the paper too.
Yes.
Because they got the newspaper.
Shot.
Yeah, they used a mugshot, and they were like, "Oh, this is me in the academy," and he's like, "That's like my own kind of prison."
Interesting.
And that's like when they started. Yeah, and so that's like when one of those things where you start realizing that they are becoming closer, and it's kind of the Stockholm thing where he says, "Yeah, we are all kind of in this together." So I like Goldie Hawn. She did a great job, I think, just showing her desperation, showing about her dedication to making this dream happen in her mind. It didn't matter what Clovis wanted. She was dragging him along with her. William Atherton actually did a really good job as Clovis.
He did.
I really liked it because I really got the sense, and I know that they were kind of heavy-handed with like the Looney Tunes commercial, that he knew that this wasn't going to end well.
Yeah. And
he knew that they were going past the point of no return, but and let's be real, he didn't care about the kid.
No.
He didn't care about baby Langston.
No.
Which I think he only cared about his, Lou Jean.
Yeah.
And he knew what was going to happen, but he went along with it because the only thing he cared about was going to do it. So he wanted to be there for her.
You should share when you realized that he realized that it wasn't going to end well.
Well, I think it was the Looney Tunes.
Oh, the Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah. The Wile E. Coyote thing was like the most obvious.
Okay.
He did a lot of good facial acting too.
Yeah.
Every time they were talking about something, you could just see in his brain where he's like, oh, wait. And I think Clovis too, what I like about him too, and what I really like about these two characters, actually all three of the characters, is that sense of naivete they had. Like they just seemed like really naive people who thought this was all going to work out no matter what they did. Yeah. But they also had like those moments of inspiration for like Clovis when Lou Jean needed to go use the restroom, and they brought the porta potty.
Yes.
And he's got his gun on slide. He's checking everything while they're all surrounded. He's like, no, you go and untie it so that way you can't just drive off with her.
Yep.
And then he says, and I was like, okay, good, that was really smart. And then he says, I'm going to shoot this porta potty. And I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah.
Why would we where did that come from? And then he says it again, and the guy comes out because they had hidden an officer in the porta potty.
Yeah, I guess to take her.
I was like, is this guy secretly brilliant? Like, they're just that stuff, and the part where they put like they hide it in the car lot and everything.
Yeah.
Like, they're so naive, but they have like these inspirational strikes where you're just like, you start to root for them more. Like, that's what really got me rooting for them, was those moments, not so much the full hero aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like everybody else. Officer Slide, he didn't get as much to do, but just getting to see kind of him become more human, because when he started out, he was a no nonsense cop.
Yep.
That believed that if you did something wrong, you have to pay for it. And seeing him start to question near the end, well, these people are doing something they're not supposed to, but does that mean that they are bad?
Right. So I think he'd been on the force for like 9 months.
It was a short amount of time.
So Captain Tanner, I was questioning, he made a promise to them. Obviously, he couldn't keep it, but I really think he intended to keep it. I really do. But I guess cooler heads prevailed. I wonder, he felt like a father figure when he was talking to them.
He did, yes. They did like I didn't really understand it too much, but there was that weird moment where Lou Jean was messing with the window towards him.
Yes. She wrote hi.
Was that what she was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that was a really childish moment to me. And I think that, like you said, connects to him being like their father figure.
Yeah.
Like when the militia was attacking them.
Yes.
They called for him. They called for help from father.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, I think.
Yeah.
Because that character for me, I was just like, sure, he's there. I don't know what he's doing. But now that you're putting that out there, I'm like, no, he did have a place in this. This all makes sense. Like, it's starting to connect everything.
And we thought it was, probably in the beginning, it was more for his officer.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it transferred maybe to all three of them. I'm not sure. Maybe more to her.
I think definitely more to her, just because she has more of those childish moments that he would have been paying more attention to. Clovis really bonded with Slide.
Yeah.
Like, I just looked at my notes to see if there's anything else that I noticed. I think my favorite thing that they did together that like bonded them was Slide taught Clovis how to drive.
Oh, that's right.
He was like, okay, well, what do I do here? Well, you need to put your 10 and 2 on the steering wheel.
Yes.
When you're turning, don't do hand over hand. You need to turn, moving your hands. And it took me a second to realize what he was doing. And then I realized, wait a minute, Clovis doesn't know how to drive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he was teaching him while they were on the run.
Yeah.
And they were sharing photographs of their family and everything. Like there was some serious bonding there. Like the performances and the characters are the part of this movie I actually do enjoy. Like when I was doing my rating on it, I was like, oh, I think it might be this, and I push up another half star just because of the performances, because that was the highlight of the movie for me.
Well, I remember yesterday, because I was telling you I watched it, and I said I didn't sense any Spielberg in it. And John Williams, but we'll come back to that. It didn't feel like Spielberg, because he's very much into emotional connection and everything. But now that we've discussed it, rather than just watching it solo or whatever, I do see it now.
Yeah.
I don't see John Williams, though.
No.
We are huge fans of John Williams.
Not as huge of a fan as Spielberg is, but we are big fans.
Yes. Love John Williams.
And this is their first collaboration.
And did you say that the other one dropped out, or?
It's hard to tell. I'll look it up and see if I can find some more information while you talk.
I'm not so the harmonica reminds me of Westerns. And, my grandpa Junior, he loved to watch Westerns. They were on all weekend. And, back in the 80s and 90s, you didn't have a lot of variety when it came to TV. So to have that on all weekend was just kind of So the harmonica, but I'm guessing it was Toots.
Yeah, I just saw that. The person's name was Toots Thielman or Thielmans.
So I wonder if that person was a big deal at the time.
Yeah, and since it's based in Texas, they were probably trying to put more
So
Southern
I wasn't
music.
a huge fan of the soundtrack. And I also told you I didn't feel like it was John Williams because John Williams has these wonderful, big musical pieces. And this was just very, I don't know, underwhelming, I guess. But maybe that was for the story. I don't know. What do you think?
This was a young Spielberg. He was still kind of figuring everything out. This might be more the music he was asking for at that time.
True.
Because for him, what this movie was a more Western cattle drive. We have to, save
Cattle drive. I love it.
Like, we have to save the stagecoach kind of thing. Maybe in his mind, that's what this movie was, just in 1969.
Yeah. The cattle drive, just all the police cars. Oh my God, that's funny.
There was so many police cars from everywhere. Even with the brand new vehicles, they were like, we're going to take these on we got to go join this hunt because for justice. But in reality, they're just like, we got a new toy. Let's try it out.
And they made it there, didn't they?
Yeah. To get hit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
One of them got taken down. That's going to be hard to explain.
I don't think they cared.
Okay, so it says here that Spielberg had seen 2 movies recently when he was working on the screenplay for this. The Reavers and the Cowboys, and both of those scores were by John Williams. John Williams was a Western composer at the time, and he wrote the screenplay listening to the soundtrack of the Reavers.
Okay. Well, that explains the harmonica and all of that. Plus Texas,
Okay, so the screenplay was unrelated. It was just something that he was writing at the time that never happened. You're going to hurt the movie if you want me to do The Red Pony or Appalachian Spring. Okay, so John Williams said the music should be soft, just a few violins, a small orchestra, maybe a harmonica.
Okay.
So, but Spielberg wanted big.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. John Williams explained more to him, no, we need to keep it small because the story is small.
That's true. Well, good on Spielberg for listening. I mean, it fit the movie. It's just not what I've come to expect from John Williams.
And I think we just gotta be real about this. This movie is, at least for me personally, not a movie I'd go out and watch.
No.
It was like, if this wasn't, we're doing this because we want to watch what Spielberg was doing, I would not have, just for fun, been like, I'm going to go watch Sugarland Express. That's why there's more complaints than usual. Yeah. As a movie, good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely could see this is the beginning. This is where he's going to go from here to, things, taking everything that you learned from Duel and the Sugarland Express. Great Jaws. How this started his relationship with John Williams. How he gets to really get those family relationships, like I said, not as pronounced as they will be in the future, because he's still trying to kind of figure it out. Yeah. Once he finally starts getting away from car chases. Yeah. Because apparently that was his really favorite thing. At that time, it seems like, which, I mean, they're exciting, so not too upset. But I think this was as far as a debut goes, it was a very solid film. Yeah. What'd you give it? I gave it a 2. You gave it a 2? I originally gave it 2.5, and then I just kept thinking about it, and I said, I don't know if I can. But then now that we're talking about it now, I'm like, no, it should have been a 2.5. So I'm going to go back and change it to a 2.5. For sure. So it went from 2.5 to 2 to 2.5. Yeah. That's the way it goes. Yeah. And that's how things are once things marinate and you really start to think about it. And you start to see all those little pieces that are in there, especially with Spielberg. He loves, his Easter eggs. He loves his little homages. So getting to start thinking more about those, that naturally makes it more enjoyable. I don't know if I'd go back to this film ever again on purpose. So I won't be able to watch it again and say, oh, okay, this is what that means. Yeah. This piece fits here, actually. But I think we got a good amount out of it. I think. Did. More than we thought we were going to when we were going to start recording. We really did. 2.5 stars. And I said, this movie is realistic as it properly conveys you could drive across the state for 2 days and never leave Texas. Yes. Because that is true. It is true. Most places you go to, if you drive 4.5 hours, you've gone 3 states, or you've gone into a completely different country. Here, you go from where we are in Dallas to San Antonio, Texas. Yep. That was what was really funny for me, was that they kept driving, and they never left the state, because that is so true. Yep. So one last thing, when Slide was looking at the sunset, right there next to the Rio Grande, Captain Tanner actually put his gun back in his holster, Slide's holster, and buttoned it or whatever, snapped it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that was this is your fault because they got the gun. Oh. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it could be like or just I know you're hurting right now, but remember that this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another way to look at it.
Definitely one of those ones that could be interpreted.
It could.
Could also be, you know what? We need to hide the crime.
Yeah. I don't think they could hide it at this point. I mean.
Yeah, no, I know.
Wow.
You're like, I don't know how they got a gun. I never even saw a gun in their hands.
I mean, you could be right.
Yeah. It's just mainly because I'm just thinking about in Halloween Kills, where Michael Myers made Officer Hawkins shoot his own partner. And then afterwards, the guy, his superior's like, no, Michael killed that guy.
Yep.
Well, but like, I need to turn on my gun because no, we saw Michael Myers kill him.
Yep. We got you. Well, I guess police is a brotherhood, so
that is true.
I could see that.
I mean, they did a lot for Officer Slide.
They did.
Yeah.
They really did.
No, I don't.
I know.
And I know we're saying this is a joke. We don't think that that's what they're going for. I definitely think it's either you need to reflect on how your part in this, or hey, you need to keep moving forward because even though this situation happens, you joined this profession for a reason.
And I think I read that at the end she ended up in West Texas with the kids.
Yeah, so she somehow got the kid back. That's another thing. They did a little epilogue, and it said that she was sentenced for 5 years. I think she served 15 months.
Yeah.
She did convince them to give her the kid back.
Yeah.
And so she and baby Langston lived together after that. And it even said that Tanner and Slides continued to work worked in the Department of Public Safety for the rest of the time. So
yeah. Almost happy ending.
Yeah.
Except for Clovis.
I mean, Clovis.
Yeah. I don't think he would have lasted. I don't think.
No. I even wrote in my notes, he's a bad criminal. And I mean, it makes sense if he was doing petty crime, like stealing quarters from washing machines. He wouldn't be good at holding a hostage.
But I wonder if that was out of necessity. It doesn't seem like they had a lot of education and they were naive, like you said. So
she was probably either pregnant or just had the baby at that time.
Right, and they needed milk or something. Yeah. And
she probably blew all their other money on those Texas Gold Stars. Trying to achieve the dream.
Oh my goodness.
So I could definitely see that it was Clovis did this because Luigi needed that to happen. Like she needed money, so he did what he had to do, the only thing he thought he could do at that time.
Yep.
But he was very insistent. He never drew a gun on anybody, he never shot anybody.
Nope.
Like he knew where that line was and he respected that line. And he was only breaking it because of he had to do what he had to for his wife.
And Captain Tanner, remember he said he had never shot anybody in 19 years. That's why he was so mad when the militia went at him too. That's probably why he didn't take him out.
Yeah, I mean, because when they finally did the whole sting, you could tell it wasn't because this was how he wanted it to end. It's just, he was told, here's how it's going to happen. We've evacuated everybody. Yep. We are going to take them down. Yeah. And even the portrayal over the radio, you could tell with his hesitation that he didn't want to send them there, but he had to.
I know. Yeah, he really didn't want to, but
yeah. God, his performances were really good, actually.
I know. You might have to up it another half star.
No, 2.5. I can't. It would be a disservice to the 3 stars out there. I can't do that.
You're right. He's very particular about his stars. We've discussed it before. So
because they get very subjective, and it's a whole thing.
It's true.
And you could also be a part of that too if you go on Letterboxd and follow me at Birch94, BURCH.
Not the tree.
Not the tree, but close to the tree. But I think that is going to do it for us for Sugarland Express.
Yep.
I think we
did great.
I had a fun time talking about it.
I know.
More than I did watching the movie. I think this will be it. We're going to call it today with his feature film debut. I did want to talk a little bit about, it doesn't matter as much today, but in the future it will. But I'd love to talk about things like box office performance and kind of critical reviews. Critics actually really like this movie.
Really?
Yeah, they did. Generally positive reviews, praised Goldie Hawn's performance, the direction, cinematography.
Okay.
So very people liked it. Budget was $3 million, and the box office was $12 million. So it made 4 times. And a good rule of thumb is always, I don't know if this holds true in 1974 because priorities change.
Yeah.
But today, whatever the budget is, you want to double that to account for marketing. So even if you do that, this movie made money.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, it did. And for debut. We're going to start getting more into bigger numbers as we go on because Spielberg will become a bigger name based off of the next movie that we're going to be talking about next episode. So I'm excited to kind of just track where that performance goes as he literally invents the summer blockbuster with next week's episode on Jaws.
What? We're going to talk about Jaws?
We are going to talk about Jaws. I know people don't know he did that, but we're gonna remind them.
Wow. Okay, I can't wait.
I know. I'm gonna watch it for the first time.
Okay.
Just next week.
No spoilers, okay?
Yeah, no spoilers. I don't know what it's about. I'm assuming a dentist.
Obviously.
Based off the name. No, we really love that movie. So I guess ranking, we're gonna put this below Duel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the acting was better than Duel.
Yeah, but story is more in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was fun to pick apart. So
Yeah.
I think it's definitely going to be above it. Do I think that Sugarland Express will be at the bottom of my ranking? I don't know.
Don't know yet.
I doubt it because I've heard a couple things about some other movies he made that I haven't seen before. Based off of what I've seen of his so far, yeah, it'd probably be the bottom.
Yeah.
But
You'll have to stay tuned.
yeah,
I mean,
but right now it goes number 1, Duel.
Yep.
Number 2, Sugarland Express.
Yep.
Well, but until then, that is all that we have. I don't have a special goodbye yet. So we will see you later. And so this is Tyler signing off.
Bye.